We're starting with a mental health check and how to make our lives better. Maybe you have a mentor, or you know having the right mentor show up at a crucial time in your life can change its course. In addition to giving support and guidance, mentoring can also benefit a person's mental health. So here with more on that is Dr. Surat Bhargave. Hi, Dr. B.
Hello, how are you, Kara?
I'm good. So good to see you.
You too.
I'm glad that you're here on a Monday because you're going to make the whole week feel in line for me.
We are going to start it off right.
We are. Let's talk about mentoring. I know it's important to have mentors, good mentors in our life, but why?
Yeah. Well, I know you and I sit here today as two people who've had good mentors in our life. In fact, I'm sure when I say mentor, you think of a couple of people in your head, right? Who pop into your head. I also have been really lucky. I've had people who have come into my life and helped me personally and professionally and spiritually. In fact, they're watching, so hello, my mentors, and thank you.
Yes.
But whether you are at a crossroads or you're feeling stuck or you want to start something new in your life, you know, life can feel very overwhelming and it can feel very lonely.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping will happen today is that our conversation will remind people to go actively seek out mentors in their life.
Sure.
And some of our viewers are also going to hopefully become more aware of opportunities for them to become mentors themselves to someone in their lives. Because I mean, what does it take to be a mentor? You don't have to have a degree, thankfully.
Sure.
It just means someone who has more experience helping someone who has less experience in some aspect of life. And by that definition, you and I could be on either side of that
you could probably
definition.
think of somebody right now too that might need a little help or a little mentoring.
That's exactly right. It just starts with awareness, and that's really the point of this conversation.
Okay, let's talk about, there's so many benefits to mentoring, but you say there are at least 4 ways in which mentoring can specifically benefit our mental health. What are those?
That's right. So at the core of mentorship is this desire to help others, right? And we can do that in lots of ways, socially, professionally, academically, but there are specific mental health benefits to mentoring as well. And it starts with the fact that mentoring can help reduce anxiety. For a lot of people who suffer from anxiety, they worry a lot about the safety of their loved ones or things that they can't control. But really, anxiety starts with first making you doubt your own abilities. So if you can talk about those doubts in a safe space with someone, that in itself helps alleviate some of those fears. And a mentor can help you take a step back for a second and give you a more objective perspective on things. And so that reduces anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, we're not meant to do this thing called life alone, right?
No.
But a lot of people do feel lonely.
That's
right. So
a
mentor can also help with that.
Yeah, Kara, I mean, you're so right. Unfortunately, there's this epidemic of loneliness right now in the world, right? And nothing will feed depression more than loneliness. So mentoring, the other thing it does is it promotes connection and confidence. So that relationship in itself becomes a safe space to be able to learn and to grow and to do so without judgment. And so there is nothing as much that can boost your confidence as someone that you respect and admire.
Right.
Take the time to support you, give you feedback. That helps your self-esteem, which already helps you to feel more connected.
And something else that you say is it also promotes validation, which we all need.
Yeah, well, the common thread for all of us is that we want to be heard, we want to be seen, and there's nothing quite as validating as having someone that you really admire intently listen to you. One of the best qualities of a good mentor is that they really listen. It just reminds us that each of our voices really matter.
Yeah, and last but not least, also gives you hope.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a big person who believes you have to wield hope, and the only thing that gets us through difficult times is hope. So for a lot of people who suffer from mental health issues, they worry a lot about the future, what it might bring, and more importantly, will they be prepared enough to handle whatever comes next? Well, a mentor will help you come up with your goals, will help you break it down into doable parts, and most importantly, maybe help you to monitor your own progress. And that way, when you think about the future, it ought to be promising and enticing, not just filled with dread. So that's where the hope and the optimism comes from.
I love it. You always leave us with a good word. And Dr. B, you must be the best mentor on the planet because you always intently listen to everything here and help us out. So thank you for being here.
I appreciate that. I got to tell you, every time I come here, it's mentoring about media from these nice people back here and my friend right here on the couch.
See, he started with a thank you. He leaves with a thank you. Feeling so much gratitude towards you, my friend. Thank you so much. Make us feel so much better. All right, we'll be back with more ANC right after this short